Thank you, Felix. Your Excellencies, representatives of the United States Embassy, Deputy Ambassador of Argentina, distinguished guests from our sister capital city in Washington, D.C., all councillors of the city of Tshwane Metropolitan Municipality, our young poets, representatives from the cultural fraternity, officials of the city of Tshwane, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm not certain if I should not just offer a poem and sit down, or say a few words without the poetry and leave the science of poetry to you as poets and poetry enthusiasts. Yes, do it. I say this being a representative of the executive mayor, Honorable Councillor Hosien Suramohopa, could not join us today due to a few pressing issues which demanded his attention. So I would rather save you my poetic conversation, and I would rather convey the executive mayor's message and welcome you to our capital city. Firstly, on behalf of the executive mayor of the city of Tshwane, I welcome you to the capital city after a fulfilling visit by the United States President Barack Hussein Obama, who inspired us to continue to look into progressive America for cooperation and partnership. Secondly, I welcome you to tonight's poetry evening, which we host in honor of our city's partners, Split This Rock, a Washington, D.C. based NGO that has affiliated with us on a poetry project entitled Fly Language, No Boundary. This exchange program is part of the sister agreement renewal by the executive mayor in July 2011. Since then, there has been various events that have taken place. There was a visit of the Export DC, which entailed business-to-business engagements in 2012. The former member of Mayoral Committee for Health attended the AIDS and HIV conference in the United States and also had an HIV exchange program. The Fly Language program has been done in collaboration with Split the Rock, which entails Washington, D.C. poets interacting with local poets. In August this year, we are expecting another cultural exchange program with an institution called Holibus, which will look into the heritage issues between the two cities. Our partnership, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, is a partnership pursued within the vision of a South Africa in partnership, the American people through cultural exchange programs that seek to create an interaction between emerging and established poets to discuss and trace the whole evolution of poetry in pursuing social justice and inspiring a new global citizen. The cultural exchange programs between the cities will be of immense benefit in the cultural and artistic knowledge, management of the evolution of social justice in poetry. In his essay, Homecoming, Kenyan writer Ngugi wa Thiong'o says, literature does not grow or develop in a vacuum. It is given impetus, shape, direction, and even area of concern by the social, political, and economic forces, in particular society. The relation between creative literature and other forces cannot be ignored especially in Africa. Poetry as literature has undergone several phases of evolution from pre-apartheid, apartheid and post-apartheid eras in South Africa. If I recall of our esteemed alive and past poets, you will indeed agree with me that poetry can move people and problems. I recollect Mzwakhe Mbuli, Squire Makhoti, the great Alexander poet, the words of Bishop Latimer Fallow, who wrote a beautiful poem about our beautiful city, as old as the name Tshwane is. I can also think of great icons in the poetry movement, like Agostina Neto of Angola. Who am I without mentioning the late Afrikaner, Miss Ingrid Jonker, who chose to take her life than to be denied to share her poetry with all South Africans by apartheid government of her time. It is true, her words, that our first democratic president, Utata Mandela, could not resist mentioning her name in his first State of the Nation address in 1994. Get well, Tata, where you are now. One of those poetic echoes today remains in the words by Amilcar Cabral, "Tell no lies, claim no easy victories," a revolutionary writer and poet of our time. Other names I will resist to mention, as they are indeed better known by you. During the dark days, poetry played a revolutionary role where it sought to change the status quo. It was set up against political ideas which were gained from historical experience, and also critical analyzed the real problems that people were facing, people on the ground. In the later years, poetry has continued to play a critical role in the shaping our societies by providing a necessary connection to our history through oral narrations and written literature, and also through social commentary and constructive criticism on how well the masses may be served under the new dispensation. I therefore want to understand that poetry remains a tool of attaining freedom and social justice. It is in an arena of entertainment and solitary fulfillment. With that said, I would like to thank our partners from Washington, D.C., Split this Rock, for their invaluable contribution to our vision as a city as we continuously ignite excellence through the arts. We look forward to a long and fruitful working partnership. We believe that you will be able to share our experiences you have during your visit, and we look forward to our own experience of what your city has to offer. Please pass our regards to Mayor Vincent Gray. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your evening. I thank you.